What's going on, you guys? I'm Coach Nate with Fortis Powerlifting.
And I'm Coach Liz.
And today we're going to show you guys how to pack a meet day bag. We are prepping for nationals, and we have a bunch of lifters going out with us to PLU Nationals in San Antonio, Texas. And we figured we would just put together this video on how we like to pack our meet day bags and what we put in them. We've made like some checklists and things like this before, but today we're going to show you guys a visual of what we pack in our meet day bag, how it differs from weigh-ins, and everything that we need to be prepared on meet day. So we both had kind of different ideas of how this was going to go. So you can see Liz's like
so I have all my stuff.
Yeah, Liz has all her stuff. My stuff's down here.
In a large pile of mess.
Yes, but we're going to organize it here on live on this video. But anyways, first I wanted to show, I usually bring kind of two bags because we own a gym, so we're usually here. We don't have like a giant bag to bring stuff. That would be kind of impractical. So I usually have one bag that has most of my stuff in it, and then I kind of had this auxiliary bag here. I like these bags from Lululemon, but really anything that's sturdy and durable will work just fine. And that you don't mind losing too. This one, obviously, I'm definitely not going to lose, but you know, I like to kind of have a slightly disposable if need be. You know, if I forget it, whatever, it's okay. So anyways, I like to have two bags. This, I'm going to usually put some snacks and some auxiliary items. This is going to be my main gear for meet day.
I would say usually this bag, snacks, and then also like mobility stuff.
Nice.
Will also, for me, because I do the same thing. I have a backpack and then usually just another bag, which that is, like you said, snacks, and then also any mobility things that we can talk about.
And also, I usually just kind of like carry my belt and knee sleeves. Sometimes I'll put the belt in here, but like, I don't know. I just like carrying it. So anyway, so you might need two bags, but if you are going to a gym regularly, you probably have a bag that fits all your stuff, so I recommend bringing that. We just don't usually pack all of our stuff, so it's a little bit different for us.
Yes.
But yeah, so I guess we'll get started. What do you want to start with? Just like the actual essentials?
Well, so first I want to talk about, so when you go to weigh-ins for a meet, if you didn't know this, you need to bring all of the things that you're wearing on the platform with you.
Yes.
So I think all of that is kind of the most important part, because you almost need to like pack that separately. And then, I mean, you can add it obviously to your bag or add the other stuff to that bag later. But the first part is going to be anything you need for weigh-ins, because you have to have that bag first. And that's simply just anything that you are going to have on your body at any point in time on the platform.
And this is stuff, if you're flying, you should be having all this stuff in your carry-on. This is your carry-on as well.
Yes.
So look, we're teaching you how to pack your carry-on, weigh-in bag, and meet day bag all in one video. Here we go. All right, start us off.
So I just kind of, when I'm thinking about it, I think of all the things I need to wear for squat, then I think of all the things I need to wear for bench, and then I think of all the things I need to wear for deadlift. Obviously, a lot of those are the same. So importantly, you need a singlet of some kind. You need your t-shirt, because you have to have a t-shirt for squats and bench. You do not have to have a t-shirt for deadlifts, but you need to bring one. Sports bra, if you need one of those, because if you are a female, you have to wear a sports bra for deadlifts if you're not wearing a shirt. And then socks for squat and bench, and then deadlift socks that go up to your knees for deadlifts. You need to have both of those. If you are wearing underwear, you need to bring that with you, just to tell them that you're wearing it.
Boom.
If you didn't know, you cannot wear any underwear with legs on it.
Oh yeah.
So it has to be.
That was why I wanted to highlight this. So it's got to be like legless.
So we brought in
briefs.
some to show.
Yeah,
some little tidy
briefs.
whities, but they don't have to be white. Also, you don't have to wear underwear. So if you're comfortable not wearing it, feel free to not wear it. And then shoes. If you wear different shoes for different lifts, you need all of your shoes. I wear the same shoes for all three, so I only need one pair, which is new. I used to wear 3 pairs of shoes. So fun fact.
Did you really? Weren't they like 2 of the same though?
They were very similar.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did used to wear 3. Now I have just 1. We've condensed our life.
Okay. I have 2, so yeah, I make sure I have my squat shoes and my bench and deadlift shoes in that bag. And because now I'm just extra like this, we've flipped.
I haven't touched my wrist straps yet.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to point out that I have 2 pairs of wrist straps. So I got one for squats and one for I was gonna say deadlifts, one for bench. So 2 different pairs of wrist straps. You want to make sure you have the wrist straps.
Okay, so fun fact, I also have 2, but I did not bring out my second pair because I didn't think about it. But these are my bench ones, which I could wear for squats if I needed to. I just prefer a looser one, softer one for squats, but I could technically wear both if I needed to. Squats, you have knee sleeves. Do you have knee sleeves?
I got it.
Okay.
Knee sleeves.
And again, all of this stuff is coming with you to gear check at weigh-ins.
Yep.
And then belt. So here's my extraness. I need 2 belts. So belt 1, belt 2. I wear a different belt for squats than I do for bench and deadlifts. So I, in fact, need 2 belts. They're basically the same because you don't even know, but they are different.
One is thinner.
It is. That's pretty much all you wear. If you wear, obviously, if you squat in wraps, you need knee wraps. Some people wear wrist wraps when they deadlift.
Yeah, but that would...
If you were going to wear a headband, you need to have that.
Yeah.
If you're wearing multiple shirts or multiple singlets, you should bring all of those.
I forgot my shirt. Boom.
T-shirt.
Got the shirt. I wear, just a pro tip, I wear 2 shirts at least. I don't know how people survive on just one shirt. I guess if that's your jam, then that's your jam. But I wear at least 2 shirts just because by the time I'm done with squats, it's already sweat through, and I'm trying to be as tacky and grippy as possible for the bench press. So I always bring 2 shirts. So there's my pro tip. And I probably just bring them with me to weigh-ins. I just pack what I need, and then I just bring it both days.
And then I will say the only other option is if you have this as an option, bringing a backup singlet is never a bad idea, just because you never know what's going to happen on meet day. You just never know. So having a backup singlet is not necessarily a bad idea.
Or if you like wearing 2 different color singlets like me.
Or if you like doing that. So
so as you can see, Liz is the organized person in our relationship.
Yes.
I'm not. Look at this.
Yes.
Even after I was like, all right, I'm going to take this how Ashley's going. And still.
It's fine.
Yours looks nice.
Bad. It's not bad.
All right, so these are the essentials. Moving on. What are some unique things that we might find in your bag? And then we'll do mine.
So, well, a lot of the stuff is probably going to be somewhat similar just because that's kind of what we, a lot of stuff is just going to be similar. So, headphones.
2 pairs. I love headphones. I love music. If you guys have been around for a while, you know this. And in 2026, there's no excuse not to have some music bopping in my ears.
Yeah.
So I got 2 pairs of headphones.
Headphones and then a charger, which I couldn't find the brick for it.
All right.
It's somewhere.
We'll pretend it's a charger.
It's somewhere. It's a charging cord.
Yeah.
So this for headphones and for my phone. So it can be a multi-use because if the headphones die, you want to be able to charge them. If your phone dies, you want to be able to charge it.
Sounds like we need to bring 2 chargers.
Maybe. I don't know. That's complicated. Anyways, so a charger will be in there. As far as mobility stuff, so as you're warming up.
Oh, yeah.
I bring a foam roller. This one's a little large, so this one will not be coming to Texas with us. However, I do local meets. This one definitely comes with me. This is my favorite foam roller.
Yeah.
But I'll bring a smaller one to Nationals. And then this would be what goes in the auxiliary bag, a little extra bag.
Yeah.
Foam roller, and then bands, some bands to warm up with. And then those will also go in there, whatever kind of bands you need. So if you typically warm up with bands, you want to make sure you bring them. Never count on a gym or venue having bands because they probably won't.
Yeah, and also you gotta think, you're the athlete, you need to come prepared with what you need to warm up. That's not the meet director's problem, the venue's problem, your friends, so you need to make sure you have what you need. And then, if you forget something, maybe someone else has a little extra, or maybe you have a little extra, it kind of just helps out. But if you're prepared, that's gonna set you and everyone else up around you for success. I like to bring my breath belt, This thing is super nice for warming up and just getting a good brace feeling before I put my actual belt on. I used to use this a lot more. Now I really just kind of do it while I'm rolling around just so I can start feeling those muscles contracting and expanding. And then I throw on my regular belt, pretty much my first real warm up.
Some other things that you'll probably need as you're lifting, throughout the meet that pretty much you just are gonna have to have. Baby powder for deadlifts.
Baby powder?
Chalk. Okay, so you don't have to bring chalk because pretty much every meet is going to have a chalk. But when you're a little bit extra, you like to bring your own chalk.
Quick plug. You guys have seen this on the channel before. This Gorilla Grip by Friction Labs is literally the best chalk on the market. I've been using it for years. My grip never slips unless I make a mistake. But yeah, the chalk here is super, super fine. The difference, in case you're wondering, it's super fine and it just locks into your skin, so it really dries out your skin, and is super helpful specifically on deadlifts. So we love this chalk. They make little travel size, which we have coming on the way. but I would strongly recommend trying this out. Just because chalk's another thing where sometimes they have good chalk, sometimes they don't. I would say, I will tell you this right now, I don't need this. I could just use what's there, but it's nice to have, you know what I mean? Same thing with headphones, like I don't need headphones, but it's nice to have.
We live in a world where we can pack and bring the things that
and powerlifting, and also powerlifting is a sport where you can do that. That's the other thing. So if you know you like a specific chalk, bring it along, and just make sure you have it packed up. You do not want that going all over your bag. That would be terrible. Another thing that I like to bring is a massage gun. So I'm going to tell you right now, we've had this thing for a couple of years. I love it, specifically for warming up. So I don't use it for recovery at all. I literally just like to use it for warming up. It gets blood flow to areas really quickly. You can literally just turn it on, boom, and within 30 seconds, a minute, I already got some good blood flow and kind of a little bit of a pump feeling super quickly. So that's something else I bring, which also requires a charger. So yeah, we're definitely going to need 2 chargers as we're doing this. Something else that is probably the most important part, but I forgot to mention this earlier because Liz is a little more organized. You want to make sure you have your deadlift socks and your regular socks, like Liz said. Hold on. But they need to have toe slots.
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
this is how we get maximum power, you guys. If you don't already have some of these, check them out in Gingy.
I could never.
You want to borrow mine?
I could never.
Okay.
I could never.
Well, yeah, I got to have my toe socks. I also bring multiple pairs, 1 deadlift pair, and then 2 for squat and bench. I might bring 3. Who knows?
Who knows? Something I actually, because it's buried under my snacks that I forgot to mention, mouth guard. If you train with a mouth guard, you need to make sure you have that. Oh, look at that. You need your checklist.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. And
mouth
then,
guard, anything else equipment-wise?
I think that's pretty much all the equipment that I use.
Now let's talk consumables.
Consumables or things that might just be a little extra.
Yeah.
So one, pre-workout, which I think
We'll start with consumables, then we'll go extra.
Okay.
Okay, pre-workout is in 2 forms for me. Oh, you have your own?
I've got snacks, yeah.
That's not a snack. Pre-workout. I like to have honey and pre-workout at the same time. That way I got a lot of carbs and whatever the great minds at Gorilla Mode put into their pre-workout.
Yeah.
Fire. Would recommend.
Also, I take that pre-workout as well. And then I also have honey. And then an element packet.
Sick.
Yeah. Some water with this, though.
I have those.
Element packet, because you need some electrolytes. Obviously water, but that's just kind of, I don't want to say a given, but like you need water.
Yeah, I forgot the gallon.
It's not really
but
a
I always
given,
got my gallon on me.
So element with water, and then some carby snacks that you're used to eating. So I usually have lately been eating the Rice Krispie treats and applesauce every day before I lift. It's been going great, along with some honey. And then mangoes are just my meat day go-to. They're just really good.
I like
they're
them as well.
Super high in carbs. And
easy to eat.
They're delicious.
Yeah, and they're good.
So those are just some examples, but really
I don't have it with me, but I like bringing rice. That's my go-to. I like having some rice. We both we went through a phase where we were trying to keep everything almost exactly the same as training. The thing is that meet day is not the same as training, you guys. That's game day. That is your time to compete, and you need to do everything like it is. So that includes fueling. And when you're competing in any sport, you want to make sure the body is full of carbohydrates, full of water, we're hydrated, ready to go. You don't really need protein. You want some protein just so you're not hungry. You don't want to be hungry.
I usually bring a protein shake.
Yeah, you don't need like a ton. And that was a mistake we made early on for sure. Or just a learning experience really, where we would bring like full meals and we were trying to eat like, I don't even know, like 2 or 3 in the day. Like definitely, I was trying to eat like 2 meals or something. So sometimes I'll eat 1 meal after squats going into bench. That gives me plenty of time to kind of work through it, digest it. I'll feel a little like bloated on bench, but I like that feeling. But then by the time I get to deadlifts, I'm feeling lean and mean, ready to go. I do not like feeling full when I deadlift, period, dot. So I learned that early on. And I would recommend kind of, keeping the protein and fat intake to a minimum or lower end. I'm not saying don't eat it at all, but just a little bit lower and keep those carbs, water, electrolytes high on meet day.
So those are really consumables. Some weird random extra things. A screwdriver.
Nice.
If you have a belt that is a lever belt and you might need to adjust it, because you never know what's going to happen on meet day. If you cut and you don't recomp enough, you're smaller, you recomp too much, or you're also just lifting at a different time of day. So like my meet will be starting at 8 a.m. I usually lift at like 2 p.m. So it's very different. So sometimes in the morning belts fit different than they do after you've eaten multiple meals throughout the day. So screwdriver, learned that the hard way. If you are a female, perhaps some feminine products would be ideal because one, you never know. Just surprises happen sometimes. And two, if you do tend to or happen to pee when you're lifting, having something, if that just makes you more comfortable to wear, then you just don't even have to think about it and you can just lift without being nervous or anxious or whatever, because I know some people tend to be very bothered by that situation.
For sure.
So having what you need to protect, I don't want to say protect, but protect yourself, I guess. Prepare yourself for whatever that is. And then any type of medicines that you might need. If you have tummy problems, a lot of people get nervous, so having some things to help with that, and then just some ibuprofen is never a bad thing because you just never know what's going to happen on meet day, and being prepared for all of the things is great.
Yeah, that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything else that we're missing? I'm trying to think.
I feel like this is a pretty thorough list of what I bring to the meet.
Two things, and I forgot these over here. I'm not going to go off camera to go get them, but you want to make sure you have your membership card when you go to weigh in, and your ID. Those are things you need. Now, you also should probably need them to travel. So if we're talking in the context of traveling, you need that to travel. But make sure you guys have that stuff when you go to weigh in.
The membership card should just be on your phone. It can just be a picture of it, and then you need your ID.
PLU has it in Apple Wallet. I like that. Nice.
I didn't know
Yours
that.
isn't in there? Come on. Gotta get it. Let's go. We gotta get it going.
I haven't gotten to weigh in yet. I'll see.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, so I think that pretty much does it for what we put in our bag. And really, you guys, the theme of this video is just being prepared. You want to be as prepared as you can be, so that way you don't have to think. That's the other side of this. You go, so like when you're going and you're preparing, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of work. Like, that's how I feel. Liz probably likes it, but in my brain, I'm like, but it's super nice because on meet day, I'm literally not thinking at all. I'm just like doing, because I have all the things right in front of me, ready to go. And that is where you want to be on meet day. The last thing you want to be doing is scrambling. Oh my gosh, can you go to the store and get this, whatever. Make sure you do all that stuff prior, you guys. And then of course, stuff happens if you forget, whatever. Like powerlifting meets are pretty cool places. Everyone's pretty chill. They'll probably help you out.
I have definitely forgotten things in the past. This is now a conglomeration of doing this for many years. 8 years of meets.
Yeah, almost
10
10
years. So I've
years,
kind of started to learn like the things that I forgot, and so now they are included in this. But I have forgotten never anything I need to wear on the platform, but a lot of the other stuff I have forgotten, and I have, usually you can find someone to borrow from, but it's just a pain to have to go and like hunt someone down and then get them to borrow it and all that stuff. So it's just easier if you're just prepared and you have it all, and then you're good to go.
Then you're ready to go.
Yep.
One last thing I forgot is smelling salts. So if you guys use ammonia, which I do, Liz does not.
That's why it's not here, because...
Yeah. I forgot. What's new? But anyways, yeah, so you definitely want to make sure you have your own smelling salts. I do not recommend, like sometimes meets supply them. If you know that exact brand, then maybe use it. But like you're talking about trying to lift generally like a PR or something like that, like I would just bring your own. Or if you're going to use the ones that are supplied, maybe try it on like your opener, see if you like it. And then if not, just don't use it. Because smelling salts are pretty, I don't know, like some are like this, they're all over. So I would just bring those with you. I always have my own Obsidian smelling salts. Quick plug for them. They are the best smelling salts on the market. They have nose bleach, which is absolutely the strongest smelling salts that I've ever smelled, which I actually like because I'm not spending all this time like with my nose in there. I literally just like, and it's so strong, boom, hits you like a bowl.
It's real strong.
And you're ready to go. So I like that. They have other lesser strength smelling salts. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, check out Obsidian smelling salts. Also, I have a code with them. You can use RIBAUDO or RIBAUDO 10. I don't know, but I'll spell it and I'll put it in the caption. I think it's just RIBAUDO though. I think I made it simple. It's just RIBAUDO, my last name, and that gets you 10% off. And that company is amazing. So they've supported us in the past, and we definitely continue to support them.
There you go.
So yeah, I think that about does it, don't you think?
Yep. Bags are packed.
Bags are packed, sort of. Bags are packed. We're ready to rock and roll, you guys. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, insightful. If you did, please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate all the subscribers we've gotten. We're almost at 500. We're very close. And we would love for you guys to join our community of people redefining strong together.
Also, if there's something else that you pack in your bag that's weird
or
different or just something that maybe we didn't think of because we just don't do that, leave a comment and let us know.
Yes, leave a comment, let us know.
Maybe it would help somebody else.
And I was just going to say, someone watching might be interested in what you have to say. So yeah, leave a comment, you guys. Subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys watching this video. And if you are on our team or coming to watch, we'll see you guys in San Antonio next week. Peace.
Bye.